Hola, hola, ¿cómo
Hello,
están,
hello. How's everyone
chicos?
doing,
¿Me pueden regalar
team?
unos
Well,
segunditos, por
take a
favor, para
couple of
activar mi
seconds, please, to
interpretación? Porque ustedes
activate that
saben que mi esposo
interpretation
todavía está
because you
aprendiendo
know
español.
that my husband is
Está en
still
proceso
learning
todavía
Spanish
desde hace
in
9
process
años.
since 9 years
Algún
ago.
día lo
Maybe
lograremos.
someday it will be a reality.
Bienvenidos y bienvenidas
So,
a todas,
welcome,
amigos.
ladies,
Es un
gentlemen,
súper placer
everyone. For
hacer esta
us, it
llamada
is a
con
super
ustedes.
pleasure to be on
Básicamente,
this
esta
call with
llamada
you.
es súper
Basically,
importante
this
porque
call
es
is
la
super
llamada de
important because
lanzamiento de su
it's
negocio,
the call
en
to
donde mi esposo
launch
les va a
your
hablar de
business,
cosas
where my
muy
husband is going
básicas,
to
pero
talk to you about
sumamente
very
importantes
basic
para
things,
poder
but
iniciar
crucially
negocios con
important
muchísimo
to be able to
éxito.
start a
Yo estoy
business
muy
which is
feliz
successful.
porque
I
desde que
am very
decidimos
happy
hacer esto
because from the
juntos, pues
moment that we decided
obviamente
to do this
juntos
together,
somos más
then
fuertes
obviously together we
y el hecho
are
de seguir
stronger.
ayudando a las
And the
personas,
fact
de
that we
seguir
continue
ayudando y
helping
transformando
people, that
la
we
salud de los seres
continue
humanos es algo que
transforming
nos
human
apasiona
beings' health,
muchísimo,
is something that
pero
makes
más
us
nos
feel passionate.
apasiona, por
But something that
supuesto,
makes us feel even more
ayudarles con su
passionate,
vida
of course,
financiera.
is helping
Que
you
ustedes
with your
puedan tener esos
financial
ingresos
life.
que
For
tanto
you to be
desean y
able to
ese dinero
have
que
that
tanto se merecen.
income
Y
that
yo
you
odio
desire
que
and deserve.
pasarle
And
a mi
today,
esposo el micrófono,
before
quiero que
passing my
piensen y
husband
recuerden
the
por qué
microphone,
dijeron que
I
sí,
want you to
porque eso
think
es
and
muy
remember
importante, por
why
qué
you
dije
said
que sí,
yes,
por qué
because
me
that is so
emocionó a decir
important.
que sí a
What
Lifeway y a
excited
este
me to say
negocio.
yes to
Para tener
LiveWave
mil
and
dólares a
yes
la
to this
semana
business,
extra,
to have a
500,
thousand extra
10,000.
dollars a week,
¿Cuál es ese
500,
número? ¿O por
10,000?
qué?
What
¿Por
is
mi
that number,
familia?
or what is
¿O
the
porque
reason?
quiero viajar
Your
más?
family, or
¿O
is it
porque
because I
quiero
want
ser
to
más
travel,
presente? ¿O porque
or
quiero que
because
mi
I want to
esposo
be
se
a present
retire de ese
mom, or I
trabajo que
want to
tanto,
retire my husband from
no sé,
that
que no le
job
gusta?
that
¿Qué sé
he
yo?
really
El
dislikes
punto
or
es
that
que
doesn't make him
regresen
happy?
a ese
I don't know.
momento
The
porque
point
ese
is that I want
porqué
you to go
los va a
back to
hacer
that moment
trabajar por
because
este
that
negocio. Ese
why
porqué
is going
va
to
a hacer
make
que
you
este
work
negocio
for that
salga
business.
adelante
That
gracias a
why is
ustedes,
going to make
obviamente a
this
su
business be
dedicación
successful
y a
thanks
las
to you
ganas
and
que
your
le pongan.
dedication,
Esto
obviously, and
no
the
es
willingness that you
nada
put
fuera de lo
into it.
normal.
This
Este es un
isn't anything
negocio
out of the
que
norm. This
básicamente
is a
si tú le
business
entregas
which
el tiempo y
basically,
el
if
corazón
you give it
que
the
merece y
time and the
amerita,
heart
pues vas a
that
salir
it
adelante y vas
deserves,
a ganar
you're going
muchísimo
to be
dinero. Si te
successful and you're
tomas
going
esto
to earn
como
a
una
lot of
carrera,
money. If
te
you
va a
take
pagar
this
como
like
una
a
carrera.
career,
Si te
it's
lo
going
tomas
to
como
pay you
hobby,
as
te
a
va a
career.
pagar como un
If you
hobby.
take this as a
Si quieres
hobby, it
realmente
will pay you as a
encontrarte o
hobby.
que nos
And I
encontremos
truthfully
en donde
want
tú
us
estás, ¿quieres
to
hacer de
be
esto
where
una
you are
carrera?
at.
Aquí
We
vamos a
want to
estar para ti.
find
¿Quieres
you
hacer de
where
esto
you're
un
at.
hobby?
If you
También
want
vamos a
to
estar
make a
aquí
career out of
para
this,
ti.
we'll be here
Si
for you.
quieres
If
gatear,
you
vamos
want
a
to make it
gatear
a hobby,
contigo. Si
we'll be
quieres
here. If you
caminar,
want to
caminamos
crawl, we'll
contigo. Si
crawl with
quieres
you.
correr,
You
vamos
want
a
to walk,
correr
we'll walk
contigo.
with
Aquí
you. And
el
if you want to
punto es que
run, we will
todos
run with you.
queremos que
The
todos y
point
cada una de las
here
personas
is
que
that we
entran a
want
nuestro equipo y a nuestro
everyone that
negocio
comes into
ganen
our
dinero.
team or our
Así que
business, we
nuevamente
want
mi
them to
esposo
earn
hoy les va a
money.
hablar de cosas sumamente
So again,
importantes.
my
Esta
husband
llamada
is
queda
going to
grabada,
talk to you
pueden
about
volver a ella,
super
tenemos
important
muchos
things in this call.
recursos
Please
y
watch the
saben para qué
recording. We have a
decirles
lot
que
of
aquí estamos
resources,
para ustedes.
and here we
Necesitan
are for
ayuda
whatever
en
you
una
need.
llamada de
If you need
presentación,
help
necesitan
on a
apoyo en cualquier
presentation
cosa, aquí
call,
estamos mi
if
esposo y
you
yo,
need
para eso estamos
support on
aquí, para
anything
servirles,
else, my
para
husband and
ayudarles
I are
y por
here to
supuesto para
serve
llevar su
and
vida, su
help you, and of
negocio
course,
a otro
to
nivel.
take your life and your
Así
business to the
que
next
nada,
level.
sin más que
So,
decir, mi amor,
with no
adelante.
further ado, darling, please go ahead.
Hey, babe, I know this is a surprise and you don't like surprises, but you did such a good job opening up. Thank you. I'm so happy to be in business with you and doing this with you. But I wanted you to share the event that you did with Monica and some of the feedback that you got from some of the girls and why it's kind of important to come to those things and just share a little bit about that. I just think, you were so excited sharing with me and what the girls got out of it and some of the questions that they were asking you and just kind of, just give them a little takeaway from that. Because I think that's the most exciting thing about this business is actually what you did a couple of days ago. So sorry for the surprise, but it just popped in my head and I think that it would be good for people to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Miren,
Gente,
la
look,
semana pasada
last
hicimos un
week
brunch para el
we
equipo. Obviamente no
organized a
pudieron
team
muchas personas,
brunch.
teníamos un cupo
Obviously,
limitado y pues se
not
hizo entre semana.
everybody could
Lo
come. It
vamos
was
a
a
seguir
limited group,
haciendo porque
and we
como bien dice
organized it
Jay,
in weekdays. And like Jay
esto es tan
just said,
importante, la
it's something that
comunidad
we
es
will
muy
continue doing
importante,
because it's so important.
sentirnos
Building
apoyadas entre
community
nosotras
is
las
so
mujeres
important.
o
Feeling
apoyados el
supported
hombre que
amongst
entre a esta
women,
organización,
or with the
sientan que
man who
tiene ese
enters this
apoyo, que
organization. I
estamos
think
aquí
he
para
also has
ustedes.
that support to feel
Y
that we are here
realmente lo
for
que más
you.
me llenó de
And
ese evento
truthfully,
fue darme
what
cuenta que las
filled
personas,
me
sí,
most
la
in that
oportunidad es
event
maravillosa, el
was to
producto es
realize that
espectacular,
yes,
el plan de
the
compensación es
opportunity
increíble,
is
pero las
incredible,
personas
so is a
quieren ser
product, and
parte
the
de algo.
compensation
En
plan is
realidad
something else,
estamos
but
para
people want to be
brindarles
part
ese
of
algo.
something. And
Ese
we're
algo
here
donde
to
yo les
give
pueda
them that
decir,
something.
sabes, vamos
That's
con
something
todas.
what
Yo
I
sé
can
que
say,
lo que
Isabel,
trajiste te
let's
ayudó a
do
levantar.
whatever we have to do. If you fail, I'll help you get back up. Nancy, don't worry. We're here for you. Ruth, the same. As a community, we're going to grow much faster together. And something happened in this event that I realized that this business model, or actually with this product that we have, it's very easy to fall in having just customers because an amazing product and we get really excited and we just talk about the product and what it can do for your health and its characteristics, but we forget that the main reason why we entered the business was to make money, right? When you have a database or an organization based on clients, at some point that ends. So one of the most important things that day was to explain, show them, or give them that mission back to those people who were there. Hey, this is not just attracting clients. This is a business. Basically, how do we pay the rent of our business? Purchasing products for ourselves because we need to be testimonies of the work of these products, right? But we need to have clear that this is a business. How are we going to build a business? We're going to do presentation calls and invite people to our meetings. We're going to go out, for a coffee with Monica. I'm going to explain to Monica how excited I am, what this product has done for me. But the most amazing thing of everything you can earn with this business, you might say, oh, I don't have results yet. Don't worry about that. We have examples of other people in our organization that I want you to write this down because this is real. You're completely new. And I want you to know that there is a person, there is a couple, Mike and Isai. They are from Puerto Rico. He never finished high school, drop off, literally, and they're earning more than $60,000 a week. There are other people above us, which is a North American couple who earn $140,000 a week. They're not influencers, they're not public figures. So with this excitement, I want you to go out there to have breakfast with Arle and say, Arle, look, yes, maybe I just started in the business and I can't show you my results, but this and this person are earning this amount of money. This is what is possible in this business model. So again, it was something beautiful because it was like going back to land and saying, okay, we're going to continue working on our community, the importance of connecting to these calls, the importance of assisting events. We want to do a wellness revolution. What am I referring to? The next event can be a yoga event. Let's go enjoy a moment of yoga. You're going to bring your business partners, I'll bring mine. We all grow together. That is our idea. And I think that these kinds of events, like Jay very well said, have to be something that we need to participate in, get out of our Zoom and have that human warmth, be close. That's so important because, again, people want to be part of something. And when they see you on social media, when your cousin sees that you posted a picture, a video, or something that is super fun, she's going to be like, what is that? I want that too. So, again, when we have an event, when you see it posted on the chats, register, go participate because I promise you that that energy is going to attract those dreamy partners to your organization.
Okay, babe, you're doing so good. One more question.
Is this an interview?
You're killing it. The energy is so good. Like I don't want to stop the energy. It's amazing. Tell me what you love about this business and like what's like the top couple top things that you've gotten out of this business and what you love about being in this business and growing this business because like you went from being like the number one actress in the Latin world to being the number one network marketer in the world. The key, I think, is just how you love helping women and you know, especially now, like you moved from a company that you were making a lot of money with to a product where you could help a lot of people with as well. So just like I want them to hear from you, your heart, like what do you love about this industry and the possibilities?
So many things. Miren, amo tantas
Yes,
cosas,
look,
pero les
I
puedo
love
decir
so
que
many things, but
lo más
I
especial
can
para
tell
mí
you
ha
that the
sido que
most
estos últimos,
special
desde el
thing for me
2019 que
has been that
decidí
since
empezar en esta
2019
industria,
that I
ha sido
started in the
por el ser esa
industry,
madre presente y
it's
esa
been
esposa
to be able
presente.
to be a
Entonces, para mí
present
eso es mi
mom and a
número
present
uno,
wife. For me, that
porque,
is
bueno,
number
tengo mis
one
hijos ya grandes,
because, well,
29
I have an
casados,
older
uno
son. He's
adoptado, dos
21,
hijos,
married.
entonces
He
y
moved
se
to a
van,
different
¿verdad? Y hacen su vida también, hay
state,
que
and I know
dejarlos
that
volar.
kids grow
También sé
and
que
they
eso va a pasar con
leave
mis
to a
hijas,
different
entonces
life,
en el
and we need to
momento
let
que me
them
encontré en
grow.
una
And that's going to
posición en
happen with
donde
my
tenía
daughter.
que
So at the
resolver,
moment that I
¿verdad? Un
was in a
contrato
position
de
when I had
exclusividad con una
to
cadena de radio que
resolve
nos
an
duplican todos los
exclusive
contratos
contract
y quedo yo en el
with
aire,
a
recién
TV
casada,
channel,
acababa de tener a
and
mi niña,
I
a
was
Luna, que hoy
just
en día ya tiene
married.
7 años.
I just had
Entonces yo
my
dije, bueno, nada,
daughter,
universo, mándame
and
algo,
I said,
Dios, quiero
universe,
hacer algo
God,
porque necesito estar
something.
en casa
My other
y
daughter was
llega
7, and I said,
esta
God,
oportunidad
this
de redes de
universe,
mercadeo
something,
y
give me
básicamente
something. And suddenly this network marketing opportunity appeared. And I can tell you that this has been the greatest blessing to be able to be at home, work from home, and be that mom and present mom that I had dreamt for so long and that currently I can be. Also, when I started into this industry or this business model was because obviously I needed to earn money, and who doesn't like money, right? And all my life I've earned money since I was very young, but I simply did that change to the business world. So at the beginning it was like, okay, I'm going to earn money. Marvelous. When I start to understand the compensation plan and I start to understand that in network marketing, you don't earn on your own. That was the most beautiful and special part. It was that message. I remember, like, if it was yesterday in 2019, of a person, a business partner who was in my organization that sent me a message that Christmas with the amount that she had earned and said, "Thank you, Jimena, because thanks to the fact that you said yes, I can give my son the best Christmas. At last, I can give them all the presents. I even feel like crying. I get emotional because it's so beautiful to feel that you're helping others also to change their financial lives. So that financial impact that my life or our lives as a matrimony, as a family have had that I can tell you has been greater than what I could have ever imagined to earn as an actress. It was much greater. I am surpassed the amount that I had earned in my artistic career, and also being able to help people, the people who say yes to us, to our organization, to our team, that those people obviously seeing that they're also successful is something that fills my heart. Now, as my husband said, I did a transition in January from a different company. And the reason was because, yes, money is amazing, it's beautiful, it helps us, it makes us feel peaceful and whatever you want. But for me, first, it is my values. And when I'm limited or when somebody wants to cut my wings, I obviously put my own limit and I pause. And that's exactly what happened in my previous meeting. They told me that I couldn't promote my husband in his amazing entrepreneurship, even though the products don't compete. One is beauty, the other one is health. Anyway, long story short, I said, I can't just keep this technology to myself. This is a technology which is transforming human beings' health. I remember I sat to hear a testimonial call one day and I thought, why can't I share this? If this cured a woman, this woman sleeps better, this inflammation went away, and there's pictures and there's evidence. I said, no, this is more than just money. It becomes a social responsibility. So now with this company, to be able to know that we don't have competition, that the technology is unique, that there's going to be a documentary in Netflix of scientists talking about the company, I can tell you that this is going to boost our business to the next level because the people who don't believe are going to say, Nancy, what? He's in Netflix? I want to see that. What? He developed this because he helped people from the Navy because they couldn't sleep, so then they called him to do this. So now this is helping humanity. What do you mean? I want to know more about this. So to know that we are in a company which is growing, this is through my experience. I have to tell you that when you're in a company that is in momentum, this is the best thing that can happen to you. The best thing because together we're going to grow with a company. Whoever enroll in 5 years, I'm not going to say that they're not going to be successful, but right now that this is a novelty, this is perfect because Adriana, when you call your cousin in 5 years, 10 other people already spoke to her about LifeWave. Now you call your cousin, and today you're going to be the first one to talk about LifeWave. So for me, that is super important. I'm sorry, darling, because I took too long, but again, to be able to be a present mom, to be able to change our financial lives and others, to be in a company where the product truly transforms the health of human beings is a no-brainer, like they say in English. There's, it's just logic. There's no stopping.
You did not go too long. It was perfect. I know it was unplanned. I know you don't like that, so I was sitting here being like, should I not? But it just you were doing so good and you killed it and crushed it with that
No,
information. So
no, baby, and you know what? It's okay. I love it. And one of the things that I want to leave them with, and then you take it. Una cosa que quiero decirles, Es
One
que,
thing that
y
I
esto
want to
podemos hablarlo
say
más
is
adelante
that,
en
and this
una
is something that
llamada
we
o
can
en
talk
una llamada de
about
equipo,
later
no
on
sé,
in a call or in a
pero
team call,
investiguen acerca de las
is
redes de
that I
mercadeo.
want you to
Quiero que
investigate
mi esposo de
about
pronto ahorita
network
profundice un
marketing. Maybe my
poquito
husband
en el
today
tema
can
de redes de
talk a bit
mercadeo,
more
porque
in
de
depth
pronto hay
about
gente que
social
tiene un
marketing
tabú,
because
ay, redes de
sometimes people have
mercadeo,
a
ay, no, ¿cómo
taboo
así?
about
Miren,
social
las redes de
marketing. But
mercadeo
look,
hoy en día no
social
son como eran
marketing
hace
now,
10 años. Ahora,
network
este es
marketing,
el
sorry,
negocio más
today
cool que
isn't like
hay.
how it was
Por
years ago.
cierto,
Now
quizá la
this is
gente
the
se dio
coolest
cuenta
business there is.
que,
Why?
espérate,
Because
yo
people have
llevo
realized,
años
hey, wait a
trabajando por
second.
los sueños
I've
de mi
been
jefe. No,
working
no, no,
for
no, no, no. O sea,
years
yo
for
voy a
my
empezar a
boss's
trabajar por
dreams.
mis
No, of
sueños.
course not. I'm going to
Y
start working for
espérate,
my
¿cómo
own
así,
dreams. And
Marisol?
what do you
Yo no
mean,
tengo que
Marisol?
invertir 100
I
mil
don't
dólares
have to
para abrir
invest
una tienda, no tengo que tener
$100,000 to open a
inventario,
store.
no
I
tengo
don't
que
have to have
pagarle a mis
inventory. I don't
empleados,
have to
no tengo que
pay my
preocuparme por
employees.
nada,
I don't have to worry about
simplemente
anything.
compartir acerca de la
Just
oportunidad del
share
producto.
about the opportunity and the
O sea,
product.
la gente ya está
People
entendiendo el
are
concepto
starting
que
to
las redes de
understand
mercadeo es
the
para las
concept
personas
that
inteligentes como
network
nosotras
marketing
y
gives for
nosotros.
intelligent
Así que
people,
estamos
for
en lo
all of us.
estamos en la industria
So we are
correcta,
where we have to
estamos
be. We
en
are
el
in the
equipo
correct
indicado y
industry.
no lo
We
digo
are in the correct
porque somos
team.
nosotros, lo
And I'm
digo
not
porque
saying that
hemos
just because it's
en
us.
7 años de
I'm saying
experiencia
this
hemos
because in 7 years
tropezado,
of
hemos caído, nos
experience,
hemos
we've tripped,
levantado,
we've fallen,
hemos
we've gotten
llorado,
back
hemos
up again,
reído
we've
y
cried, we've
estamos aquí
laughed,
con un plan
and
para
we are
ustedes
here with a plan
simplemente para que tengan
for
que
you.
ejecutar. Yo
Simply,
cuando
you
empecé, les
just
soy
need to
sincero,
execute. When
yo
I
inventámoslo
started from
todo. Y
scratch.
hoy en
I
día
had to
está todo
invent
inventado. Y mi
everything.
consejo
And
para ustedes
nowadays,
es no
everything is invented.
traten de
So,
reinventar las ruedas. Lo
my
tenemos literalmente todo
advice
para
to you is
ustedes.
don't try to
Simplemente
reinvent
copy
the
paste,
wheel. We
pongan su
literally
voz,
have
su
everything for
carita
you.
y
Just
ya está
copy
hecho
paste,
todo.
put your
Ahora
voice,
sí, mi
your
amor,
charisma,
ya
and
se
everything
puede.
is done. Darling, go ahead now.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna fly through some of this information tonight because there's a lot. And the main reason we do this is because when I joined this company, I joined with some people that were very, very new and did not have information. And I was kind of scrambling. And my start probably took me 2 to 3 months because I just didn't know what to do, where to go, how to get started. And that's what we hope to give you tonight is that information so you can kind of just jump in and get started. Also, some information on how to talk about the business or how to get into a conversation. Because a lot of times when you're not comfortable with something, you're not going to talk about it. And that's the majority of the population, right? You want to know everything before you get in it. And I'm going to tell you the way you learn about this is not to know everything. But my wife and I mean, first and foremost, we just want to thank you guys for being a part of this incredible journey with us. Like, we just got back from an event that was absolutely amazing, amazing energy. And like I said, we found out from David directly there's going to be a movie that's going to come out in October that's going to talk about it's a documentary on him, on the patch, on the company, which is going to really, really boost all of our businesses. And I just want you guys to let you know, you guys are not just joining a team. You guys are stepping into a movement that has the power to impact lives around the world. Like I said, my wife literally left the company because she knows that this movement is going to be something that's going to transform the world. And it all starts with all of us. And it all starts with having the correct mindset. The mindset in this business, like my wife said, I mean, this social selling, network marketing, direct sales, all in how you look at it. Yeah, some people have made a bad name for this, but so they've made for insurance, car sales, house sales, whatever it is. But you've got to control your mind. And the way that you guys show up for this business consistently, the way you get your team to show up, like getting people to come into these meetings and listen to my wife, and understand why she's doing this and listening to the why and the how is really, really important, right? We have over 20,000 people on our team. We should have thousands of people on these calls every single week. And that's all up to the people that you guys are bringing in, right? We have to make that happen if this is going to be a real business because you guys are entrepreneurs. And what that means is you guys started a business. Yeah, it only cost you $295 to start this business, but this is a real business, a business with purpose. This is not just a business where you're selling sandwiches or selling, baked goods or whatever. This business is actually going to change people's lives. So you got to treat it with seriousness, consistency, and the heart deserves. When we're teaching you guys something, all this business is about, like all businesses are about duplication. Every single one of them. How can you duplicate with systems and processes, SOPs, and tracking your KPIs? And so if you treat it with seriousness, consistency, and all the heart that it deserves, you will have success. And I'm going to teach you guys tonight the most important thing about this business when you're getting started. But the very, very most important thing is to learn everything you can. Now, we're going to provide some powerful resources. Lola, Justin, and Evelyn have sent you guys some stuff out. But all the stuff that they sent out, I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes the website. It's a resource for you guys. It's a free website. It has all the things that every single time you sign somebody up, you point them to this website because it's going to get them started fast. That's duplication. If you have to sit down and train every single person one-on-one with yourself, you can't duplicate. So what we want to do is create a resource that you guys can onboard people very, very quickly. So we want you guys to take the time to go through. Take the time to go through this stuff because knowledge is going to create massive confidence in your business. And that confidence will drive momentum in your business. And that momentum is going to create impetus in your business. And what impetus is something that just keeps going every single day and it keeps growing, not staying the same. It keeps growing. And that's what you want in a business. So you have to show up for the weekly trainings. We train on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday every single week. Monday at 6, Tuesday at 7, Wednesday at 6, and Thursday at 7. Every week. We send out calendars. You got to get in the Telegram chats, in the WhatsApp chats. Get on the website, get in the school so you have access and you can show up. And we know life gets in the way. Maybe you have something at first school and you can't show up, but make it a priority to watch all the replays. Every single training, you guys, is a step forward in your growth. Every call you get on is a chance to sharpen your skills and hear something that's going to build belief. Here's something that you're going to connect with someone because belief is everything. When you hear my wife speak, the amount of belief and conviction that she has in this business is insane. That's why I want her to continue to talk because she gives that to me as well. This product, you guys, is not just another supplement. It's not another gadget. This is technology that is going to change the world. I believe it. My wife believes it. You have to believe it. And when you truly believe it, like my wife said, it's not selling, it's social sharing. And that social sharing will become natural. Your passion will become contagious like ours. And you'll want to share it with everyone. There's not a person that my wife meets or has a conversation with. We had dinner with friends a month ago. She literally talked to 5 people at the table about this because she just can't help it. She plants seeds every single place she goes. And like she said, you guys are not doing this alone. When she started back in 2019, she was alone. She had no idea what she was doing. She just jumped in with both feet and said, I'm going to be the best in this business. And she had to go through a lot of growing pains. And then we learned we have to have a system. And we have that system for you guys. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the one that's proven to work. And then once you get them in, you patch them, then you're going to invite them into an opportunity call. Use all the tools. They're there for you. We do these opportunity calls on Tuesday nights for you, for your team. And what I told you guys last week, tonight, listen, reach out to 3 to 5 people and say, hey, listen, my partner and I are having a call tomorrow to talk about this business opportunity, and I would love to get your opinion. I'd love to jump on this call and tell me what you think about this. And just give them the Zoom link and invite them to the call. Then follow up with them afterwards. Hey, what was your opinion? What did you think about it? I love it. It's an amazing device. It's helping a lot of people. When you use the tools and you leverage the team, what happens is we all start to rise together. My wife and I are here for something bigger than us. It's not about sales. It's all about transformation. And it's about being a part of something special. That's why we're having these events. That's why we have the Wellness Revolution, the yoga, the 5Ks, the boot camps. It's just to get people together. This is something rare, you guys. It's something the world right now desperately needs. There's so much divide with politics and religion and all these things out there. This is a community that's going to bring people together. And it's around health and wellness. You know, a lot of people focus on working all the time and they don't focus on their health. But when somebody gets sick, they'll pay whatever amount of money to get healthy. And this is going to keep people healthy. So what I want to do really, really quickly is I want to walk you through the back office. I know when I started, I really didn't know how to do anything, how to share my link, how to upgrade my package, how to get set up auto ship, how to help people sign up. So what I want to do is just give you the basic tools. Now, I'm going to go through it quickly. This call will be uploaded. It's recorded. So you can go through and slow it down. This is what I always do. I always listen to a call. I pay intently attention to the call. And now it's recorded. I go back in and I pause it and I'll go into each thing as that person's talking and so that I can learn it. Because practice and driving yourself is really, really important for you to learn. Because I want you to be able to navigate this back office like a pro. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to show you just the back office that when you sign up for the business, sorry, this is our website.
That's a surprise. Eso es
I
una
know.
sorpresita que les vamos a mostrar ahora.
That's a surprise that we have for you now.
So this is you're gonna go to lifewave.com and then you're gonna just see a sign in button. Okay. When you signed up, you create a username and a password. Okay. That's it right there. You're going to put that in there and you're going to click sign in. What this is your website. This is your back office. This is where you run your business out of. This is where everything happens. And so I'm going to show you some key things. But what I want you to do is just get in there, play around. You can't break anything. You can't mess up anything. Just get in there and play around with this. Okay. But I want to show you the main things. The first thing is when you sign up here at the top is going to be your name. We have our business set up in a corporation. I recommend that everyone set their business up in a corporation. Why? Because you can write off everything that you do with this business. If you take someone to lunch, if you travel, our home office, we get to write this off every single year. Our gas when we're going to an appointment. If we travel, going to the conference in October, which I hope that you guys will all sign up for that. It's going to be an amazing conference. You're going to meet a lot of amazing people. There's going to be over 10,000 people there, and you're going to see this business is real. Okay. But if you go out to that trip, you can write it off. You can write the plane ticket off, the hotel off. It's a business trip. So you get to write off all those expenses. If you go on vacation, if you win a trip, which is a trip that we're going to talk about at the very end for the Bahamas, they pay for it. But if you spend money on food or travel or anything, you can also write that off on your taxes. So right here, you're going to see your name. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to change settings. Okay. This is where all of your information that you want to edit to make sure that everything is correct in here. You're going to go to each one of these tabs and just make sure all this information is correct. Okay. You're going to go up there and update all that. You can go up here. You can see English. You can set it in the United States or you can set your language right here. Very, very, very easy. Okay. The one thing I want you guys to focus on is this. When you are building this business, and I'm going to say this a couple times, the most important thing for you to do to get paid is you have to bring 4 people in the business. Okay? 4 people. 2 have to be on your left and 2 have to be on your right. Once you establish that, it's building an even organization. So you want to put every other person, it goes right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay? That's what you need to know for now. As you learn with volumes, I'm going to give you that information later on the road. But right now, all you need to know is you have to bring 4 people in the business. That will create a manager status for you. Okay? Then those people that you bring in, you have to help them get 4 people in the business. That's the game. If you just focus on helping people get 4 people in the business, which is a manager making machine, your comp will grow very, very quickly. Okay. That's what I did in the very, very beginning at the top of the company is every time I brought someone on, I said, okay, who's 4 people? Let's get on the phone. Let's get 4 people in the business. Then they get 4 people. Then they get 4 people. It's really, really simple. Okay. Now, when you enroll people in the business, how you change legs, it's a binary plan. What a binary plan means is you have a left leg and you have a right leg. That's it. You can't put them anywhere else in your organization, either on the right or on the left. Simple. Okay. So if you brought 2 people in already on your left, okay, then you're going to go in here and scroll down under account settings, and it's going to say, what is your binary placement? So if you already put 2 on the left, all you're going to do is simply click this button, and now it's already been changed, and the next 2 people are going to be on your right. So when you put those 2 people on the right, then I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to put the next person on my left. It's that simple. That's where you change. Now, the beautiful thing about a binary is this. The sooner you get in or the sooner someone else gets in, that means there's more people below them in the organization, meaning they can get volume from those people that you're bringing in. They have nothing to do with them, but if they're on your right leg and they put someone on their right leg, they go under you. Or if you're on their left leg and they put someone on the left leg, that person's going to go under you. And everything that they do, you get credit for that volume in your leg, which means you can make money off of that. Okay. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but just understand that when you're talking to people, urgency is important because the longer they wait to get in, they're further down in the organization and they could be making money on a lot of people that are below them instead of above them. Okay. So that's how you change your profile. You change your legs. All right. Now, this is a really, really, really important thing when you start this business. You need to understand. Okay. So if you want to keep your volume, okay, which is what we get paid off of. Okay, so let's say I bring you in on my left leg, and everyone that comes in on the left leg, all that volume, you get credit for it. So you have to build the right leg because I'm building the left leg for you, and you're putting people on your right leg. And how you get paid is to get those legs to be even, and then you get to cycle off of them. Okay, so if you're going to keep that volume and not lose it and get paid eventually on it, you have to have at least one auto ship of X39 every single month. Okay, one of X39. Now, if you're going to get paid, if you're a manager, if you hit the manager rank, you need to have at least two X39 on auto ship to be able to get paid. Now, this is the only money that you have to pay. Now, these are for your inventory. These are patches you're using. You're not like paying $199 a month just for a membership. You're getting patches for you to wear every single month, or you and your husband, or you and your kids, whoever's wearing the patches. But you have to have at least two on auto ship every single month to get paid. One, to keep your volume so you don't lose it. You can get paid on it once you hit that manager status. And you have to have two to get paid. Okay. So, how you find out if when you signed up, did I sign up for auto ship? This is monthly subscription orders. This tab right here, you're going to click on that tab and it's going to tell you if you have a monthly subscription. Like this is my wife and I's monthly subscription order, right? So we know that we have it and we're set up. Now, if you don't have it set up, the way you set up your auto ship because you don't want to go inactive. Okay. You go to patches under store. You're going to click on X39. And then down here on the bottom, it says add to monthly subscription order. Up here, it says the patches have been added to your auto order. That's not exactly true. Okay. You have to go to your cart and actually check out. Okay. So go here to check out, and then it's going to ask you for your information. Once you've submitted that and it says taken, go back into monthly subscription orders and just make sure it's there. Also, whenever you signed up, set the subscription order up 29 days after you got your first order, just to make sure you don't lose any of the volume that's coming into the organization. Okay. Now, another thing, you're talking about this with someone like, hey, yeah, I would like to buy the patches, or, how do I get started? How you find your link. Okay, it's very simple. You're going to go to organization, enroll new, click on global enrollment. It might not come up global if you're not registered for global, but it's going to bring up this next page. And sometimes this takes a second. Click I'm not a robot. And of course, it's running slow. Join now. And then up here at the top, I want you guys to copy and paste that. Now you can also do it on your phone. It's just going to show up on the bottom if you're on an iPhone. Copy and paste that and put that in your notes on your phone. That way, if somebody asks for your links, you can go into your notes and then you could text it to them. This is for them to enroll in the business. Now, if they just want to try it as a customer, you're going to go down to the bottom of the page and click on Preferred Customer Program. And then up top, it's going to show you preferred customer program. Copy and paste that link. There are two different links. They're going to take them to two different places in the website. That's the customer one. You want to copy and paste that and share that in your save in your notes, and then that way you can share a text, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you want to share that link for them to open that up to go to your page to be able to sign up. Okay. The next thing is how you check your commissions. Okay. So when you go in here, the home screen, right when you pop in, your commissions are going to show up right here in this area here. The other way to do it is to go to commissions and click on commissions. Okay. And all of your commissions are going to be here. So you could click on this date and go down and choose any of these here. And then you're going to go in, and these are all the ways that you get paid, right? So it's going to show you exactly who you got paid from, what your cycle bonuses were. The bonus product introduction bonuses are the people that signed up for the business. This is the retail profit. These are the customers that sign up for the business. So you can go in here and see your commissions all the time. It's real time, it's up to date. And understand when you start getting paid and you hit a rank, you get to get paid every single Tuesday. The money is in your account every single Tuesday. You get paid weekly in this business. I've never had a business that I've got paid weekly. Okay. Now, I'm gonna state this like I said in the beginning. The most important thing that you can do in this business, the first thing that you have to do is you have to get four people in the business. To left, to right. It's about becoming a manager, and it's about helping those people become a manager, helping those people become a manager, helping those people get a manager. It's four people. Everybody knows four people that they can talk about this business. How you get them in, if you don't know how to do it, is invite them to opportunity calls. That's what I did when I first started. I knew nothing about this business. I just invited them to my upline's opportunity calls, and they presented the business. I followed up with them. What do you think? That sounds amazing. All right, let's get started. But it's the most important thing that you can do is getting four people in the business and helping them get four people in the business. Okay. The other thing is when somebody wants to upgrade their package. Okay. We have three packages right now. We're going to have four in the future, but we have three right now. We have a core, advanced, and premium. If you start off with a core and you're like, I want more patches so I can patch people, you can upgrade and get it for less than wholesale. And how you do that is you go to store, and down here on the very bottom where you see it says sales tool, the next thing, if you haven't got the top package, is going to say upgrade package. We've already had the premium package, so we can't upgrade. You only can buy a package one time. Okay. So you go in there and you can upgrade your package. It's very, very, very easy if you want to upgrade, and you just pay the difference. So if you pay $295 for core and it's $535 for the advanced, then all you're doing is paying the $240 difference to get the additional patches, which is a lot more patches for $240. You're getting a major, major discount on that. Okay. And then the resource tab, I just want to show you this real quick. This resource tab is there's some information about the company. There's some trainings. There's some things in there about David. What I tell people to do is on your phone, just go in here every, once a day, 15 minutes. Go in here and just watch some of these videos and look at some of this information. And then also the education tab is a lot of stuff about compensation. Okay. So you can go in here and under the education tab and you can see compensation 2.0, 2.0 videos, new brand partners, managers, resources. These are all new. They just uploaded these. So you guys can go in here and see some of these guides. Just go in there and play around with it. You can't break anything. Okay. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about really, really quickly, because I want to leave some time at the end for Q&A, especially that we have Jimena, and um, I have a little bit more time, but her time was so much more valuable tonight with the 20 minutes that she took. It was great to hear from her. But I want to talk about the hardest part of this business, you guys. This is what I hear from people the most. I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't know how to talk about it. And I want to simplify this for you guys to be able to get into those conversations, to be able to break that ice with people. Like my wife is a master of it. She can get into conversations with it, and she just jumps into the conversation with people that she likes and talks about the opportunity right away. She's not afraid. Okay. But for people that have a little standoffish and are a little worried about talking about this or putting people off, I want to teach you how to consistently get into a conversation. But what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about what not to do in that conversation. Now, I role play quite often with people. And what I find is people want to jump right into the opportunity. They want to jump right into talking about what this business is right away. Like 2 seconds into the conversation, they want to talk about how excited they are about this business. Don't do that. Okay. Connect with people. Okay. Also, don't talk about it being a network marketing company right away. Now, if somebody asks, I don't lie. I'm going to talk about it being a direct sales company. It's different. I'm sharing this because I don't sell anything. I just share this with people because it's changing people's lives. The other thing is I don't talk right away about the comp plan and how much money I'm making, right? Because if you do that, when something sounds too good to be true right out the gate, then they're just like, yeah, whatever. There's no way. Okay. People are pessimists about everything. So the way that I do get into a conversation with people, I don't care if it's an old friend, if it's someone that I hadn't seen in a while, if it's a stranger out and about, I'm always going to ask them. My wife and I were at dinner the other night, and this gentleman took really good care of us. He was awesome, great personality. And, by the end of the dinner, I asked the manager, I asked him if I could speak to the manager. I'd like to give the manager a compliment about you. And then I gave the manager a compliment. He came back over and said, "Thank you so much. I appreciate that." And I said, "Hey, do you do this full time? Is this your full time job, or do you do something else? Because they're only open at night. Do you work during the day and then do this on the weekends?" And he was like, "No, I do this. I used to do, sales, and I used to do financial services." And immediately I was like, "Dude, you would be great at this." I was like, you'd be great in the business that my wife and I are in." I didn't give him any details. I just said, "DM me on my Instagram." He DM'd me, and we've been talking. And we have a meeting tomorrow, a waiter that was waiting on us that was absolutely amazing, right? But I asked him what he did. So the way that you can get into a conversation with people is to leave them with themselves. And how you do that is to ask questions authentically to get to know people. And the number one thing that people identify with, their identity is what they do for a living. They spend 8 to 12 hours a day doing it. I ask every single person, if I'm on a golf course, how I break the ice with people is asking what they do for a living. And I get into more detail. And how I get into more detail is when they tell me, I ask them how long they've been doing it. If I know that they've, been doing it for a while, I'll just say, "Hey, you still doing that job? Wow, you've been doing that a while. You must really love it. Tell me one thing you love about your job. What do you love about it? I mean, you've been there for so long, you must love something about it." And then I always say to them after that, "Well, tell me one thing that you would change." The psychology behind asking these questions is because information is power. I'm not going to capitalize and be like, "I got the best opportunity in the world. You won't have to work weekends anymore. You can quit your job. You can do." I'm not going to do that. But when I do talk about what I do, I'm going to tweak what I say around what they said they loved and what they would change. Okay? Because what's going to happen is they're going to ask you what you do for a living. It's just a natural progression of the conversation. And then you got to be ready with your 30-second commercial. In my 30-second commercial, what I tell people is I'm a serial entrepreneur. But the thing I'm most excited about right now is my stem cell business. And they're like, "Stem cell business, what is that?" And then I'm like, "You haven't heard of this thing? This thing has changed my life. It's changed my wife's life. I feel better than I've ever felt. I feel younger than I've ever felt in my entire life. I can't believe you haven't heard of this thing." And then I just get into the conversation with them. And then I say, "Hey, I'll say, tell me, what do you know about stem cells?" And then they'll tell me they don't know anything, or they know they're expensive, or they don't know much. And the only thing that I say, you guys, nothing doctorish, nothing scientific, nothing technical. I just say, were you aware that between when you were born and 30 years old, that over 50% of your stem cells are dormant in your body? Do you know what stem cells do? Do you know what the purpose of them is? They're to keep you young. They're to keep you healthy. They keep inflammation out of your body, to help you recover faster. The most important thing they do is keep you young. Let me tell you something else interesting. Do you know between the age of 30 and 60 that 95% of your stem cells are dormant in your body? That's why after the age of 60, we age so aggressively. That's why disease sets in so quickly. And based on that conversation, a lot of times they're like, "How do I get it?" But the most important thing you have to do, you guys, is you got to get into a conversation. If you're not getting into a conversation with people, however you do it, however you're bringing this up, it's not going to happen. You should be talking to at least 5 different people a day. Now, when I say 5 different people, I'm not saying 5 attempts of calling somebody and no one picked up the phone. 5 conversations that you are having with people every single day. And you got to take initiative to make that happen. You got to go out and make it happen every day. If it's going to the gym, if it's going to the store, if it's accidentally pocket dialing someone in your phone and they pick up and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I did not." Who is it? "Man, how are you doing? What have you been up to? Where are you working now?" You're now into a conversation. The most crucial part of this business is getting into a conversation. Okay. And I do some training on some other things, but for sake of time tonight, you guys can revert back to those trainings but there's a lot of ways that I get into the conversation. I'm going to leave you with one more. You can go on social media. You can go on the internet right now, go to dsn.com. That's direct selling news. Look at the top 100 companies in the business. Find them, go on Instagram and search those companies under the search tab. People will come up that are selling those products. Send them a DM and say, listen, I'd like to hear about your business. And then they're going to tell you about the business. And then they're going to say, well, what do you do right now? And then you could tell them you're in this business. You can tell them all the amazing things about why you're doing this, but you're looking to add another stream of income that ties in well with this. And what you're going to find is a lot of companies won't let you work with somebody else, but Lifeway will. But you can get in social media. You don't have to be an expert at social media. Watch my wife. Watch how organic she is with the business. Copy people. Watch other people on Lifeway. Do what they do. But you got to get on there and talk. I know you might not be comfortable talking, but the only way you're going to have any kind of comfort in your life is to get uncomfortable. Both of them are going to happen. So why not just get uncomfortable? I mean, if you're not uncomfortable, then you're never going to be comfortable. If you're comfortable, you're going to always be uncomfortable because you don't have the things that you want in your life. So just like, I mean, the contacts in your phone, you guys. My wife was saying this the other day. Like, she's like, I have so many contacts. I'm going to make it every day. I'm going to reach out to 4 or 5 people that I know. She was talking to the girls at her session. She's like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to reach out to people on my phone. Everyone has 2, 3, 400 contacts in their phone, people that you've met in the past, went to school with, but just get out there and talk to people. Now, really quickly, I just want to talk to you guys about the comp plan, okay? There's a lot of training that's going to be on our website. There's a lot of training on our YouTube channel that we've done with the comp plan. A lot of people want to understand the comp plan fully before they do anything. What I told you earlier is this. How you maximize this comp plan is you bring 4 people in and you help those 4 people bring 4 people in, and you help those 4 people bring 4 people in, you help those 4 people bring, you just continue to do the same thing. And the comp plan will unlock. So there's 4 ways right now that we get paid. They're enhancing the comp, maybe November, December, January. We're not sure when the technology is going to actually be ready. Doesn't matter. The comp plan is great now. It pays out 60% of revenue to the field. It's going to pay out 60% of revenue to the field. It's just going to be a little different with some different enhancements. I'm not going to talk about those tonight. What I'm going to talk about is the 4 ways that we make money right now. And the first way we make money is retail and preferred customers. We make 20% of what the retail and preferred customers come in. So retail is 150, we get paid $50. A preferred customer is 99, we get paid $20. Okay? That's the first way. When someone signs up for a product pack and they're going to launch their business, they sign up for core at $295, it's a $35 commission one time because it's only one time they can buy. If they sign up for advanced at the $535, it's a $75 commission. If they sign up for the premium at $1750, it's a $405 commission. Okay? That's the second way that we get paid. The third way that we get paid is what's called a binary cycle. Okay? I'm not going to go into how the cycle works because it's just going to confuse you on this first night. But basically, you get paid off of how much volume you have in your legs. Okay? So you get paid $50 for every cycle, which is $330 on one leg, $660 on the other. Every one of those you get paid $50. You can make up to $25,000 a week off of cycles, okay? Based on your rank. The first rank in the company is $1,500 per week, which is a manager. You get 4 people in the business, and those people get 4, those people get 4, and those people get 4. You can make up to $1,500 every single week with that. The fourth way that we get paid is what's called generation bonuses. Generation bonuses means you just get paid on the people that you bring in. Your first generation is direct to you. Second generation, that person brought in. Third generation, that other person brought in. We get paid 25% of every single person you bring in direct to you of everything that they make. So if they make 1,000, you make 25% of that, okay, which would be 250. All right. Second generation, when they bring someone in, if that person makes 1,000, you get paid 20%, which would be $200. And this is every single week. Third generation, that person brings someone in, you also get paid 20%. So if they do 1,000, you get another 200 bucks. Okay? So that's 250, 200, 200. That's 650 off of just three people in your organization every single week. Those are the four ways that you get paid. The key to this is to bring in four people and then you help them bring four people, then you help them bring four people. I cannot drive that home enough to you guys of how important that is. But do not make the mistake that a lot of people in life make, and that is analysis by paralysis, or paralysis by analysis, I should say. Being paralyzed by trying to analyze what I have to do. What you have to do is just talk to people because the more you talk, the better you get about talking about the business. And then you're going to run into situations where you don't know or have the right information to give the answer. That's okay. The response should always be, you know what? That's a great question. I haven't asked that, I haven't had that question asked yet. Let me do a little research and I'll call you right back. Not, I'm new, I don't know the answer to that. The response is always, that is a great question. I've never had anybody ask that question. Let me do the research and get back to you. That's how we respond to people. But don't ever say you're new, because if you say you're new, you're always new. And then people aren't going to count on you. Great question. I've never had that question before. Let me get back to you. Okay. So I only have a few minutes. I'm going to go 5 minutes over if it's okay with my interpreter tonight, since we had such a valuable session to start this off. If you guys have any questions, and Maria, let me know if you're okay if we go to
All good.
7:05.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Maria. So does anybody have any questions that we can answer for you? You can just unmute, raise your hand, put it in the chat. If there's anything in the chat, you can let me know, Evelyn, or Justin. Oh, I did want to show you guys one thing. Sorry, babe, I forgot to show the website. So this is the resource that you guys are going to have um, maybe this week. Um, we just are taking it through compliance. But this is your guys' website. We built this for you guys so that when people sign up, you could just point them here and all of what they need is right here at their fingertips. Okay. So like when they come in, they're going to see that, and this is going to change. It's not going to just be, it's going to be Jimena and I. This is going to be our welcome video for all of your people that are coming in the business, to tell them what this is about. We also have it in Spanish. So if they're in Spanish, they're websites in Spanish, everything is going to be in Spanish as well. So it's English and Spanish for them. And all the videos in Spanish, most of them are Jimena. She spent probably 16 hours in the studio last 2 weeks filming all the training content so that your audience that's coming in can see her. And then everything in English is me. And then we have some other leaders also that did some training for us on here as well. But, when you first start, what do you have to do? You got to get on board. So everything that you need to get on board, onboarding, the chats that people need to sign up, all the events that we have, the all the trainings that we have are all here in the website. And all you gotta do is just click on it and click on the Zoom, or you could copy the link and share it with people or share it with your team. However you want to do it. It's very, very user friendly. And then here's training modules, stuff that people can learn to start the business so they can come in here and get all the stuff that they need right inside of our website. The importance of Hit Manager, which I just talked about. So everything that you guys need. The comp plan is going to be here. So we have comp plan videos, school. We also did a bunch of videos in school. So you can log in and you're going to be able to sign up for school. So you can join our school. And all the training that people are going to need is going to be right here inside of our school platform. So the classroom, everything that they need is right here at their fingertips. Also in Spanish. It's in English and it's in Spanish as well. So everything that you guys need will be at your fingertips. And so you can duplicate this system and send people into this, and you don't have to spend your time training people. And so thank you for being a part of our team, and thank you for being on this journey with us. We really, really, really appreciate all of you and cannot wait to see each and every one of you grow. So have a good night, you guys. Thanks, babe.
Bye. Thank you, babe.